Welcome to Girl Talk. We are filming at the Pink Poodle. This week we've got some awesome topics today. We've got health, overall health. We've got Orange Shoe Fitness and 8 weeks to wellness. But first, just want to talk about what's going on in the news, what's going on lately.
Yeah, I thought it was super important to talk about Robin Williams' recent passing due to suicide just earlier this week.
Big news, yeah.
It's all over social media, it's all over TV, and I think it's important that we talk about it for a couple of different reasons. One being, I mean, what an idol. What a leader of comedy, and I feel so fortunate to be a part of what he shared, you know, and how many times he made me laugh and you laugh. And
I grew up watching him. I mean,
absolutely.
You know, there's funny, great, funny classic movies like Mrs. Doubtfire and all those just, you know, roll on the floor, but sometimes with a message
and
too.
How ironic that somebody that we look to for comedy and you know, a very happy overall fun person struggled with such sadness.
Yeah, and it breaks my, I mean, it just breaks my heart. And
you know, you struggled with some things in your personal life.
Right, yeah, I lost someone very dear to me about 1.5 years ago to suicide, and it's just, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, and it changed me forever, and that's why I thought it was so important to talk about this as well. I mean, there are things that we can do to help, and there are places that you can go to get help if you need it. And
you know, I heard someone saying, it was kind of interesting, it was new for me at least, I think it was, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I thought that was interesting.
And I believe that, you know, suicide comes from the severe depression and a feeling of isolation and hopelessness, and maybe the feeling of being a burden to the ones that you love. And we just need to get this message across that there are so many places that you can go, that you can reach out to, that you can get help from. And I would like to ask you at home to be helpful as well. Be present in people's lives, listen to them, make eye contact with them, care about others. And I mean, I read last night that 50 to 75% of people thinking about suicide talk to their family and friends about it before they attempt, and just be there, love them, and too much is never enough.
And you never know.
Them, check on them.
Or if someone just isn't themselves and they kind of just, you know, fade away and they're just pushing people away. I mean, it's all symptoms of depression, and, you know, I think it's kind of stigmatized. So I think most people have dealt with depression at one time in their life, whether it's clinical or situational. But yeah, we can definitely all, you know, reach out and be understanding, know that everyone's got their own battles, and be a positive influence. What
are some resources? I know you kind of come across some things in your experience.
Right. I mean, if you feel that suicide is your only option, you're off. There are so many options. Let your first option be the suicide help hotline, Lifeline. It's 1-800-273-8255. That's talk at the end, and let that be your first step. You know.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and I'm glad we got to talk about Robin Williams, because he was such an idol and an icon for so many people, and he was an animal lover. Did you guys know that? I actually saw some
the
things.
video. He was with Coco, the gorilla.
Yeah. So there you go. He would have loved you, Hallie. But you know, just thank you for sharing that, because it's so important to get that out.
And thank you for listening.
Yeah, and it actually fits in with what's coming up later. We'll be talking about wellness and the difference between being just fit or eating well. It's the whole package of wellness, which is in here and here and just everything.
Yep, absolutely.
Definitely, and we'll get to more of that later, because we're going to hear some really cool things, and we'll check in with Lauren from Orange Shoe, who talks a lot about fitness and keeping well, and 8 weeks to wellness, you know, fits right in. And of course, we're going to get back to the Pink Poodle and get to find out some fabulous new things. So it's all about taking care of yourself and treating yourself too, right?
It's very important.
We're important, and you're important at home, and we hope you stick around, because we got lots more Girl Talk coming up right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming here at the Pink Poodle, but first we're going to welcome Lauren Burk of Orange Shoe Personal Fitness. Today we're going to be talking about creating a healthy and fit lifestyle. Yeah. So in your opinion, what is one of the most important things for creating a healthy and fit lifestyle?
You know, everyone's going to be individualized, so there's going to be some things that are specific to each person, but across the board, something that we talk about is consistency and frequency. So creating a plan that's going to keep you making consistent and frequent efforts towards your goals, that's really the key to your success.
Right, right. Creating that habit, getting it ingrained.
Yep, absolutely.
Can you talk to us about frequency? I mean, what is that and how frequently should we be working out?
Great question. Again, individualized to each person, but we talk about a couple different rules. So we have the rules of Mother Nature. That's the science. We know that physiologically, your body is not going to make a full change or adaptation for about 6 to 8 weeks with 3 to 5 efforts every week. So that's a lot. So really the consistency and frequency is important. Then the other rule we think about is the rule of human nature. We're creatures of habit. So we know that 21 occurrences at least to create a habit. So again, going back to that consistency, if you're dragging this out over time, it's going to take a while to really ingrain that into your lifestyle.
Absolutely. Sure. And that all makes sense, you know, that creating that habit like we were talking about is what keeps you on a plan. So obviously we can work out on our own, but give us some reasons that, you know, we would really want to use a personal trainer other than to look like you.
Right.
Because everyone of course wants that.
I would love that.
Well, we're your coach, and so we're going to hold you accountable to your goals. We're going to create a plan where every single workout has a purpose so that you're moving as efficiently and as effectively towards those goals as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. We need that help sometimes, that structure, because we're so busy. You know, everyone's busy. Yeah. Whether, you know, you're just working a lot, you've got kids, there's just a million things going on.
Always
so
something.
Getting that help and getting on a plan is just key for most of us, because I can't motivate myself. You and I talked about this the other day. Even if you're somebody that wants to be fit and wants to work out regularly, it is so hard to motivate yourself.
It's hard to get going.
It takes a little bit.
And not feeling like you have results. You know, you have to kind of hang on and know that it's coming.
Right.
So is there anything specific that the team of trainers do to help create the individualized plans?
Absolutely, and I think any good personal trainer is going to do this, but we really make it a part of our process at Orange Shoe to start with an assessment process. So we're looking at movement screens, understanding how your body's moving, where it's at, and then we also talk about your goals. Really get into detail about what you want. And part of that is also getting an understanding of the obstacles that are going to come along the way, like you just said, you know, travel, work, family, and make sure that we can really keep you moving forward.
All your objections or your reasons and excuses not to go. Uncover those and
plan
make them not an issue, right?
Absolutely.
So how does that fit in? How does that work with the services offered at Orange Shoe Personal Fitness?
Yeah, so we offer personal training, both 30 and 60-minute sessions, small group training, and that's awesome because you're getting this energy and camaraderie of working with a group, but it's small enough that you still get the individualized attention from a personal trainer. So,
and I think like even making that date with someone, that personal trainer, it pushes you like someone's counting on me to be there to come in and make it happen. And
we're calling you up if you're not coming in and saying, hey, you're okay, maybe you're just stuck in traffic, but you're supposed to be here.
So we need you. We need you.
And sometimes it's a matter of, you know, you can be great at like one thing or motivating yourself to do one thing, but getting that well-rounded approach, because it's hard to be great at everything when it comes to fitness, and you tend to stick to the things that you enjoy more rather than pushing yourself to be more well-rounded in your fitness.
And once you're in the habit and you're doing it, you wouldn't miss it for the world. You know what I mean? It's just getting there. Getting that.
You never leave a workout, especially one that's structured and that has been created for you, and think, gosh, I really wish I didn't do that. You know, every time you leave, you're like, I'm so glad I did that. Absolutely. You know, so we're getting almost out of time, but talk to us a little bit for folks who want to get started. Is now a good time, or when should we get started?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, there's always something, as we've just talked about a bunch this morning. It's, you know, I have this huge work project, I'll buckle down after that, or maybe when the kids get back to school. But why keep putting things off? Just let's get started today.
Oftentimes workout and our health is the last thing that we focus on.
Yeah,
So
it should be the most important.
yeah,
Everything
make your
else falls
appointment.
into place
Yeah.
when that's right.
Get healthy and fit. We'll be right back with more Girl Talk.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're filming at the Pink Poodle on Odana Road, and later we'll be talking with the owners, Joe and Beth Testa. But first, we're talking about wellness. Now we know being fit is important, but that's really just a small part of a bigger picture. And with us today we have Dr. Bailey Nye of 8 Weeks to Wellness to talk to us about wellness. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
This is an important thing. So
Absolutely.
we're excited to talk to you about it.
Thank you.
So starting off, what is probably the biggest misunderstanding, misconception that you see out there regarding health?
The biggest misconception that we see among health is that a lot of people base their health on how they feel. The truth is you can feel super good all day, happy and healthy as can be, but in reality you could be building chronic disease internally and not even know it. Physiology usually doesn't lie, so that's why when people come in, we usually are testing their blood panels, we are testing their fitness levels, because that helps us and able to see actually how truly healthy they are.
What are the specific numbers that people should know? Or it talks about the big three. I was looking at your website. What are those?
So most doctors, like myself, are really concerned about something that we call the big three. And what the big three are is they're factors in your lifestyle that could put you at higher risk for what's called metabolic syndrome. The big three include a BMI over 30 or body mass index over 30, a waist measurement for a male over 40 or for a female over 35 inches, that is, and then for anybody that has high blood pressure or is on blood pressure medication. Metabolic syndrome is really important because if we have that, then we're 9 times at greater risk for type 2 diabetes, 3 times at risk for heart disease, and 2 times more at risk for cancer.
Wow, okay.
So that's why it's so concerning, because we want to make sure that you are healthy.
Absolutely. So those are the things to keep an eye on, some very important tips.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit. So we're watching these numbers, and if we are struggling and we need to, get on an overall whole body plan, talk to us about some of the roadblocks that you find to be most common for folks who are wanting to get started but don't.
Honestly, the biggest roadblocks that we feel people run into is they don't actually have a healthcare or a wellness provider that helps keep them on track with their choices and their behaviors. They don't have that structured program to follow and for that person to keep them accountable.
Yeah.
I think I remember reading something on your website, how we have doctors for illness, but who do we have to guide us in wellness?
Absolutely,
Right?
and that's our job, and we pride ourselves on that because the results we've been getting with people through the program are phenomenal.
Well, and you're a doctor, but you're also a certified life coach. So
I am, yes.
do it all.
Absolutely.
So the program, 8 Weeks to Wellness, part of that is getting, what do you call it, your wellness score.
Yes.
Talk about that, and how do you determine someone's wellness score?
Basically what the wellness score is, it's a series of parameters that we go in and test, whether it be blood markers that we talked about, physical fitness markers, along with neurological markers. Your body functions in many different ways, so it's always ideal to get those certain numbers. What we do is we plug it into the wellness score, and then at the end of it, it'll give you an actual grade on your health. So you'll see that grade just like you were in school, from an A to an F. And it kind of helps us figure out actually how truly healthy you are, as opposed to just going on how you're feeling.
So could you give us a success story? Was there someone that came in, how did you address their healthcare challenges and overcome them?
This is by far my most favorite part of my profession is the success tales that we get afterwards. I was just telling my friend the other day, we had a gentleman pass the program who lost 18 pounds. He lost 6 inches in his waist.
The important part.
Yep, his cholesterol went down by 25 points.
Wow.
And his triglycerides dramatically decreased too, and because of those factors, his doctors, or his medical doctors, actually took him off the Crestor that he was on. So that was a huge goal for him. We also had a female just finish the program as well. She lost 7 pounds and about 4 inches around her waist. However, she lost, her cholesterol went down by 77 points.
That's a big deal.
It was huge, and her triglycerides went down by 30. So those are just some of the markers that we measure, but it's phenomenal.
I like how you're getting people off of traditional drugs too. I mean, rather than, you know, sort of covering up those symptoms, really finding a holistic approach to creating that solution from within and not looking for it externally. So we appreciate the pointers. Awesome.
If that sounds interesting to you, you can check out their website. This is probably the easiest web address ever. It's 8ww.com. We'll be right back with the owners of the Pink Poodle on CW's Girl Talk.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us again here at Girl Talk. We're filming on Odana Road at the Pink Poodle. I'm here with Beth Testa, the owner. Thank you so much for being here again.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Look at me, I'm all decked out in your new clothing line. This is Clara Sun Woo. Can you talk to me a little bit about this line?
Yes, I was in Florida last year and came across a store that had a jumpsuit. I'm crazy about jumpsuits, and it was Clara Sun Woo. And I tried it on, it fit like a dream. I went to New York and
came back with a whole cart full. They are amazing. I mean, incredibly comfortable. I just went to Nashville last weekend and my bag was like 50 pounds. But all you need is a few pieces of these.
Right, and we have some other intermixing pieces. I call them Garanimals for ladies. We have a shell and a longer swing jacket. We also have a smaller, shorter jacket here that I could put over this jumpsuit. And we also have a high-low skirt and a pair of palazzo pants, which would look great with the top Elise has on.
Yeah, and I'm in skinny pants and like this very sexy
it's called
off
the cold shoulder.
It's so beautiful and it's so comfortable.
It comes in an array of colors. It comes in an array of patterns. It also comes in a black mat, which showcases jewelry excellent.
Yeah, absolutely, which I also have on a few pieces from your collection here, which I understand is not just consignment. I mean, you buy these...
we go to New York and LA at least twice a year and get the latest accessories. I'm wearing Hello Kitty, which is a favorite of
cute. Yeah.
little girls to big girls.
Absolutely.
We have the rings, the bracelets. We have 10 cases of jewelry. So,
you know, last time we were here, last month, I got myself a watch, super affordable, $20, and I get so many compliments on it every time I wear it. Every time I wear it, I get a compliment.
We sell tons of watches, tons of jewelry every day.
And also, your purse collection is pretty incredible.
Let me show you the purse collection. We have, our most popular bag is Coach. We sell Coaches every day. People bring in, we have vintage Coach, we have signature bags, we have every type of style of Coach. But we also get the designer bags, which girls just love.
Yeah.
We have Chanel, Prada, Fendi, Burberry hats, sunglasses. We have Gucci, we have Ferragamo, we have a gorgeous pair of Valentino mink platform ankle strap shoes.
How amazing are those?
We have another Chanel bag down there. We have Gucci, another Burberry.
I see some Michael Kors.
Right, and we also have Kate Spade. A lot of the girls love Kate Spade. And we get Dooney and Burk, we get Brighton. We just get all kinds of bags, and every day is different at the Pink Poodle.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a, just an immense collection here. Everyone will find something that suits their style and their needs, especially going into fall, all of these beautiful browns and tans, and absolutely. And my shoes as well. You have an incredible collection back there, ranging from $25 to, gosh, well,
the Chanel pumps. You can't get a Chanel shoe under $800, and we have them anywhere from $99 to $299.
That's just incredible. How much fun for you.
We do. We have more selection probably than the department stores. We have at least 500 pairs of shoes, size 5 to 11.
So come check it out. I mean, there's something different here every time you come in, guaranteed. But also coming up is your 7th annual charity event, which is September 11th, 12th, and 13th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
It'll be out front on the lawn. We pitch a tent out there. It looks like a carnival. It kind of is like a carnival.
A clothing carnival. What can our viewers expect to find that day?
There's lots of bargains. We've been stockpiling for the last probably 6 months or a year, so there's going to be all types of new things out there that you haven't seen in the store before. And we looked and hoped to raise between $3,000 and $5,000 to give away to local charities. And if you're a customer and you make a purchase, you will be able to vote for your favorite charity, and then after the sale we will tally up, and that's how we're going to divide the money up.
That is so fantastic. What a great idea. And to be able to do it for 7 years running, that is just,
we've
really
probably
incredible.
donated over $40,000 over the last 7 years.
Good for you.
To local charities.
I mean, you have an amazing business here. I mean, you're an amazing woman, but to contribute that as well to the community.
We're happy to. We're really happy to. The customers love us. We love being here. It's just a perfect fit.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Beth, would you please show me your jewelry collection? I'm dying to take a look at this.
Oh my gosh, of course I would love to. So here's just a sampling of, we like to separate it by color. We have something for everybody. We have petite jewelry, we have medium jewelry, which this is one of our showstopper pieces, which we love for the big glamorous gals that love bling, which I do. We have at least 500 pairs of earrings.
Just beautiful.
On display.
And these are super affordable. What are your prices like here?
All the earrings on the spinners are $9.99.
Oh my gosh.
So there's lots to choose from. Gorgeous. Then we have these fun bracelets, $12.99 to $4.20.
You can't get 2 bracelets that look like that for $20 anywhere.
No, if you're headed to the mall, you better turn around and come here, because these are $30 each at the mall.
Yeah.
So they're basically $10.
Fantastic.
And there
I see brooches, and I mean, look at these.
Oh,
how awesome.
We have rhinestones, there's colored jewelry, there's rings.
So much here at the Pink Poodle. Please, viewers at home, come check Beth out at Pink Poodle on Odana Road, and her charity sale coming up in early September. Thank you so much for watching Girl Talk, and we'll see you next week.